One of my favorite comments is by Mike Huckabee. Mike Huckabee said, "I wish that every person who gives any money to fund an ad that mentions any candidate by name would have to put their name on it and be held responsible and accountable for it." He went on, "And it's killing any sense of civility in politics because the cheap shots that can be made from the trees by snipers that you never can identify, the cheap shots that can be made from the trees by snipers that you never can identify." Let me give an example of that. In the newspaper, I think this morning, the New York Times, just one quick story while I'm waiting for my colleagues to appear. I'm just going to read from the article some parts of it. In early 2010, a new organization called the Commission on Hope, Growth, and Opportunity, with a name like that, you know it's got to be bad in this environment, filed for nonprofit tax-exempt status, telling the Internal Revenue Service it was not going to spend any money on campaigns. Weeks later, tax-exempt status in hand, as well as a single $4 million donation from an anonymous benefactor, the group kicked off a multi-million-dollar campaign against 11 Democratic candidates, declining to report any of its political spending to the Federal Election Commission, maintaining to the IRS that it did not do any political spending at all, and failing to register as a political committee required to disclose the names of its donors. Then, faced with multiple Election Commission and IRS complaints, the group went out of business. As Citizens for Responsibility and Ethics in Washington said, this organization, CHGO, the Commission on Hope, Growth, and Opportunity, CHGO story is a tutorial on how to break campaign finance law, impact elections, and disappear, the political equivalent of a hit and run. A cheap shot from the trees by a sniper you can never identify, and to this day, no one has ever identified the $4 million donor that funded those.